Hey everyone, welcome back to Mastering English Podcast. Today, we have an exciting episode. We are diving into the world of Squid Game. You've probably heard of it. It's that intense South Korean series that became a global phenomenon.
Absolutely. Squid Game is such a thrilling and provocative show, Ben. The themes of survival, trust, and desperation just hit different, don't they?
Definitely. And what's amazing is how it managed to highlight some pretty universal issues like wealth disparity and human nature, all while keeping us on the edge of our seats. So, let's talk about some of those standout scenes and characters, and teach some interesting English expressions along the way.
Sounds perfect. So, Ben, let me start by asking, which character did you find the most compelling?
Good question. For me, it has to be Ji-hun. He's that relatable underdog, and you can't help but root for him despite his flaws. His desperation and resilience really drive the story forward. What about you?
Sebeok. Hands down. She has such a powerful presence, stoic, brave, and so focused on her goal. She really symbolizes what people will do for family, which is such a relatable theme worldwide.
Definitely. And talking about her reminded me of the tug-of-war scene. That was intense. It wasn't just about physical strength, but strategy, teamwork, and trust. Did you find yourself holding your breath?
Oh, absolutely. That scene was a nail-biter. The way they used strategy, each person leaning back to create maximum tension, it was genius. And I think that's one of the brilliant things about Squid Game. It's not only a commentary on social issues, but also a study of human psychology.
Yes, exactly. And a lot of people felt that the series gave a gritty but accurate portrayal of society, like how far people might go under extreme pressure. Squid Game is really effective at making viewers think about what they would do in similar situations.
Right, and the games themselves, like red light, green light, might look simple, but there's this eerie feeling that makes it so much more. It is unsettling because these are children's games, but with such dire consequences.
Perfect word. Unsettling. I felt that way about the Glass Bridge game, too. It's both random and strategic, and it's the ultimate test of courage and luck. That kind of tension keeps you glued to the screen.
So true. And speaking of tension, let's dig into some advanced vocabulary from this show. For instance, morally ambiguous. Like when characters have complex motives and you're never sure if they're truly good or bad.
Great choice. And here's another, societal decay. The show is a reflection on how inequality and economic pressures can lead to the breakdown of social values. That's heavy stuff, but really interesting to discuss.
Also, how about allegory? Squid Game is packed with symbolic layers. The games are like an allegory for the struggle to survive in a competitive society, wouldn't you say?
Definitely an allegory. It's like they're saying, life can feel like a game, and not everyone has the same tools to succeed. And there's so much to unpack with the VIP characters, too. They represent exploitation and dehumanization, in a sense. All right, listeners, it's time for Word Dive. Lily and I will go over some of the advanced words we used in our Squid Game chat and show you just how provocative these words can be. Ready, Lily?
Absolutely. Let's start with one of my favorites from today, provocative. This word means something that grabs your attention by making you think, question, or even feel a bit uncomfortable. Provokes a reaction, hence provocative.
Perfect example, Lily. Here's one more example. The book was provocative, making readers question their own beliefs about justice.
Exactly, Ben. All right, moving on to wealth disparity. This one sounds formal, but it simply means a huge gap in income or resources between the rich and poor.
Right? And we see wealth disparity a lot in Squid Game. Here's another sentence. The film's main theme was wealth disparity, showing how the wealthy control most resources while others struggle.
That's a good one. All right, our next word is stoic. This is someone who doesn't show much emotion, especially in tough situations. Think of Sibayak, she's stoic, right?
Definitely. Here's how you could use stoic. Though he was nervous about the competition, he remained stoic, refusing to let his emotions show. It's all about staying calm and unshaken.
Love that. Now on to tug of war. This is both a literal game and a metaphor. In Squid Game, it's a literal tug of war. They're pulling ropes to win, but we also use it to describe a tough, back-and-forth struggle.
Great point, Lily. Here's another use. Negotiating the contract felt like a tug of war between both sides. It's like each side is trying to pull in their own direction.
All right, next up is gritty. This word means showing the tough, raw, often unpleasant side of something. Squid Game is definitely gritty, wouldn't you say?
Totally. Here's a sentence. The documentary was gritty, exposing the harsh realities of life on the streets. It's all about showing the rough, real details without sugarcoating.
And finally, we have eerie. This word is perfect for anything spooky or unsettling. It's that feeling you get when something feels slightly off or creepy.
Like the playground in Squid Game, very eerie. Here's another example. The abandoned house had an eerie silence, making everyone feel uncomfortable. You just feel like something strange might happen.
That was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this word dive segment. And to make it stick, try using one of these words in a sentence today.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit subscribe and let us know if you want us to dive into more shows like this.